We are Dan and Dylan from 007 Road to a Million.
Traffic squadron. Tally ho, red section. We'll take the rear starboard. Yellow, you take the port. Yellow, one Wilco. Tally ho, yellow.
Welcome, it's a new day. I've just dropped the boys off, we've had great fun. It all went wrong. So in my mission to have a more bonded experience with my elder children, going out, having loads of fun, I've devised a series of challenges and days out, which would ultimately just see us have a great time as father-sons, doing the things that we, you know, everyone should get a chance to do. Absolutely soaked. What a nana. What a wally. And then I also devised a hike, but with a few side challenges, so in a fun sort of way, in a very 007 Road to a Million style. Obviously I know the answers, so I had to take on the persona of the operator. So all I had to do was to give them a challenge, give them a question. If they answered the question correctly, well, then they got a pint on me. And obviously if they didn't, they went home, and that would be that. But as it happened, we went home very, very wet.
When we heard that there was potential that we'd be getting in to this whole ordeal, Dad decided to take me to go do some things to prepare. He took us to the gym, he took us rock climbing, he took us swimming, he took us cold water swimming, kayaking, all the likes.
Giving away my secrets, Dylan.
So in preparation for this, that has been extraordinarily useful because it's given us a basis to work off of.
Make sure we're all in. Okay, so
Me and boy.
Right, okay, so we're at the River Stour. It's at a place called Grove Ferry, and today we're going out on a little adventure. I'm going to play the role of like the controller, as we know the format of the TV show, but today you two are going to be the players in my little game. Okay.
Victims.
So from the moment you start reading this, we have 1 hour to complete. So can you please read it out?
Find the Cathedral of the Marshes, you own what's known as the Isle
Can you
of
read it
Thames,
out clearly?
which is made up of the main towns around Great Port. Says in Margate, the isle was once separated by Kent by a channel of water called Wonsum, which at either end of its openings are remains of the Roman fortress of Reculva and Richenborough. The land has now been
Reculva and Richborough.
Right. The land has now mainly been reclaimed by the extensive, that's wrong there, remains, which is a protected habitat for wildlife. You'll find your question at the Cathedral of the Marshes. Use whichever means available. Locate the Cathedral of the Marshes or find the question by the bell. The route is via Flux Gutter.
Okay, so what have you got to do?
Find the Cathedral lot.
How are you going to do that?
Punch together.
No, don't walk off. Right, so you're in the game.
Yeah, it's a game.
So forget the cameras there. You're in the game. How are you going to find out what the Cathedral of the Marshes are?
Yeah, I can look at my phone.
Well, so get on it. You've got an hour to do it. Quick. Seth, maybe you do it as well.
Sorry.
So I'll take that. What's that?
Cathedral of the Marshes.
Cathedral of the Marshes. Can that possibly be right?
Yeah.
Well, where's that?
Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's Holy Trinity Church in Plymouth.
Okay, so the clues are in the question. Seth, do you want to look at the question? Well, it helps if you read it out for the camera.
Okay. Have we read out then?
No, but just read it out.
You're in what's known as the Isle planet, which is made up of the main towns of Ramsgate, Marshes and Margate. The Isle was once separated from Kent by the channel water called Wonston, which at the either end of its openings are the remains of Roman fortresses and the Culver and Rich Borough. The land is now mainly reclaimed by there remains extensive marshland, which is a protected habitat for wildlife. We have to find the marshlands then.
Well, read the end bit, so that's what I did.
You'll find the question at the Cathedral of Marshes. Using whatever means available, locate the Cathedral of the Marshes and find the question by the bell.
So what else? What else have you got with that?
Flat gutter.
What else have you got there?
The question by the bell.
What else? You've got more than one piece of paper.
The little map scheme. How cute.
So whereabouts are we there?
So
we're at Grove Ferry.
Grove Ferry, and then place is.
Okay, Dylan, how did you get on with finding out where the Cathedral of the Marshes is?
Terribly.
Okay.
The only place it showed me is over in Plymouth.
Okay,
which,
so now,
we're not there.
so think about it then. So you did the right thing by doing the Google search, but you haven't searched for the correct thing. Where are we? Where are we? It's not a trick question. It's literally in the first line of the paper of the question. The first line of the question tells you where we are.
Stop. It's also in the Isle of Thanet.
We are.
Plymouth is also in the Isle of Thanet.
Plymouth is not in the Isle of Thanet.
Plymouth, not Plymouth.
No,
Plymouth
that's in Norwich.
is in the Isle of Thanet.
Okay, so maybe if you do Cathedral of the Marshes, Thanet.
It is also in the Isle. Newburgh. That is also in Thanet.
It's not in Thanet. It's in
It's there.
Norwich.
This is Thanet.
It's not Thanet. Right, okay. We are down there. That is Thanet down there. That is Norwich.
Yeah.
That's not Thanet. So don't put your phone away. Time's ticking. We've got to get going.
Okay. Cathedral of
This really is a comedy of errors. First of all, geography. Now, Dylan's favourite teacher at school was his geography teacher, but he clearly didn't teach him whereabouts he actually lived on the British Isles, because he is miles out. Secondly, the pronunciation of the word Blithebur. Blithbury? Blithbur. Blithbur? Blithebur. How do you say it? I've no idea, but it is not the way Dylan's pronouncing it, which is Plymouth. But either way, Plymouth is also not
The
in
initial
Norwich, so that's my
test,
bad.
requiring just the simplest of life skills, has already proved a bit of a challenge. I wonder how they're going to get on next. For the benefit of the camera,
I don't
gotta
have an
talk.
answer now.
We have to go to Minster.
we have to go to Minster.
Catch us on the next episode to see what happened next.